we're gonna do the same thing with the back wheel. I may show y'all how I install a tube. Everybody needs a good laugh. I know y'all like to hear me when I ramble. You get this thing hot enough and soft enough, you might just be able to pull it off with your fingers without having to get the pliers on there and run a chance of piercing it. The back wheels don't matter so much because they don't hold grease. The ones in the front, there's a grease cap. Because these don't spin on the shaft. You got a keyway in there, I'll show you. Yep, look at there, come right off of my hand. Let me grab my screwdriver. And yeah, if y'all are wondering, I do wear the same damn clothes every day. I go to Walmart and get a big bag of these white t-shirts for just a few bucks. That's my uniform. That's nice. Have your own uniforms. Alright, there's a square key stock right there. If you pull this wheel off, there it is. See, it just falls out. I get my finger in there. See that little square peg? The shaft is also cut out square, and that's what drives your tractor right there. Don't lose that. Okay. Let's see, let me drain the air out of it. These back here seem to be holding air, but this one over here is flat. So I'm gonna and if we're lucky enough, we can break the bead. No. This thing's been on there so many years, you're not going to break that bead. I'm going to carry it outside and put it on the tire machine. I have to do this on the vise because these holes are too small to put on my tire machine, but I can use my tire machine to break the bead. Boy, look how nasty this crusty this damn thing is. I'm going to find something in there I don't want to see. Alright, let me hit pause and we'll go out there to the tire machine. Yeah, alright. Like the old bead, I had to reinforce this. Put some channel on there. It's just bent the heck out of it. I'm gonna break the back side first. There we go. Broke that side. Come back here. Ah. There we go. Alright. Broken bead. Alright. Alright boys, let's get this tire off this thing. I'm only going to take this side off, that way the tire will come up above the rim, but it'll still be on. I just got a bolt in the vise. I need to come up with a better way to do that. used to be a tire man for Goodyear and Firestone way back in the 80s. I wouldn't be a tire man these days, not with these big fancy wheels people have on their cars, and expensive rims. Stab myself in the goozle with this thing. You just gotta work it. Work it. Keep this side pushed down while you're picking that side up. Boy, I tell you, if y'all got a better way to do this, call me on the phone. Come on by the house and show me. God damn. I would appreciate that. Work it little bit by little bit. That might be good enough right there. There we go. So you know I got plenty of room to work. Get that old valve stem off there. I always try to catch this inner piece because I don't want it bouncing around, rubbing holes in the tube over the time. Poor old numb fingers. I hope I don't take the tip off of it with this thing. Yeah. Get in there. There we go. I got my door open again. They cut the music off, so that's good. I always like to put a little WD on the tube, that way they can move around and seat good inside the tire. Not a lot, just give it a little dusting. Now, first thing I'm going to do is run my hand around this inside of this tire. Make sure there's nothing going to poke that tube. Ain't nothing worse than getting done, putting a tube in there, pumping it up, feeling all happy about yourself, and all of a sudden, goes right back flat. Thought I felt something right there. I don't feel nothing in there. Sometimes there could be anything in there, and a lot of times where these things are welded by machine, you get a real sharp splatter, weld splatter. Feel that. See how some of these I can just pick off with my finger. See where the machine started and stopped. Sometimes you'll get a little rod. Yeah, there's a little piece right there that's going to puncture the tube. I'll do my screwdriver. Sometimes you just knock them off with a screwdriver. There it goes. Got rid of that. And there's another little piece right there. Weld splatter. That'll puncture a damn tube in a heartbeat. There's a piece right there now. Wrap in here, feel around there. I feel like I'm delivering a cow or something. Alright. Stick it back on that bolt right there. Now this tube, when it pumps up, this is going to be angled up a little bit. If you put it upside down and then you try to pump it up, it'll just suck the damn valve stem down inside of it, and you'll never be able to put air in it again. So, here's the fun part. Cram it in there. Stretch it around the rim. Okay, there it is in there. Now you gotta find your valve stem. There it is. Right there, pick it up, stick it through the hole. Be very careful with these pliers, you'll pinch that tube, boy. And that's a valve stem tool. You pull it, a new valve stem up through there, but I use it just to hold the stem itself. I'm going to put that Schrader valve back in there because I don't want to mess with it. after I get it all in there. And what to do with my little tool. There it is. What in the hell over there? I got my nose running. Alright, put that Schrader valve back in there. Nice and tight. Now what I'll do is screw this over it. That way I don't lose the valve stem while I'm trying to put the tire back on. Screw that right over the valve stem. Or you can use a pair of needle nose plier, vice grips, channel locks, whatever, just to snap on there and just kind of hold it. But be very careful, because that valve stem's got an inner copper little tube, and you'll crush that tube. And then we'll all be looking for a job. Alright, now the fun part. I need to come up with a better way to do this. I need a longer bolt, and I can put a nut over it, and I won't have to fight this damn thing so much. And boy, be careful, because the tube right now is laid down way down on the bottom of the tire, but you still got to be very careful not to pinch that damn thing. Careful, careful, careful. A little bit, a little bit. Oop, just lost it. Hang on. Now, where's that tube? I ain't getting on that tube, am I? There it is. Ooh, I'm getting too old for this shit. Alright, I got the valve stem pulled all the way up. And I'm just going to put these vice grips just to hold that stem so I can take this off. I'm going to turn that compressor off. I'll let the compressor kick on and on, or the T-bone Stella. Let that air escape out from around that tube. I bet you I punctured that damn tube. I guarantee you I did. I guarantee you I punctured that tube. Yep. Sure did. I have ruined that tube. It's about a $15 tube I just ruined. I punctured it. I hate putting tubes in. Yep. That tube is punctured. I'm dead. I'm dead. Undid. I guarantee you I punctured that damn tube. Oh, now I gotta wait for it. No, because I was wanting to film this for you guys. I'll show you what it did. Just find out exactly where it's punctured and how I did it. Where'd my screwdriver go? Good enough. Those are profits for the day. Let's find out. There, and I done got working up a sweat now. Done got working up a sweat. There's your hole right there. I pinched it. Yep. Well, let's try it again with another tube. I ain't gonna make y'all watch me do this. Now again, I ain't gonna make you do it.